Oh, um, I just got back from doing the Bro Diallo show, and I wanted to see if my live, because this morning at 7 a.m., um, they didn't allow me to go live, even though I had the necessary numbers. But now I got home and I figured it would take, there was just some delay. So even though I reached 1,000 subscribers around midnight, it's today, this afternoon, is the first time I'm able to go live. So just to let everyone know, the Bro Diallo broadcast Monday mornings, Wednesday mornings, and Friday mornings, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Times, will again be broadcast live on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who got me to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. ML, I'm not even going to shout. I got to shout out to ML. You know, she's also, I don't know what they call a moderator too. So shout out to her. Shout out to the elder sisters that really helped me. Trent. Hell, see, I start naming names, I'm going to forget somebody. So shout out to everybody that helped me get to 1,000 subs so that I can go back to broadcasting the Bro Diallo show. I just finished a show talking about liberation fallacies from Booker T. Washington to Nipsey Hussle. I'm uploading that to YouTube, but if you saw it, because I couldn't broadcast it live, but talking about how entrepreneurialism and being industrious or even educated alone won't save us. But while I got y'all, there's another thing that's on my mind that really fucking pisses me the fuck off. And because I'm not on the fucking radio, I can fucking cuss. But while I was doing the show, this brother came on my feed talking about, besides criticizing other people, what are you doing? And that fucking annoys the fucking shit out of me, because I spent 2 days researching that show. I went back and looked at Up From Slavery. I took a lot of time to look at the Nipsey Hussle funeral processions. I put about, for every 2-hour show, is about 5 hours of prep and research. I don't just come, I don't waste people's time, because I don't like my time wasted. So if you tune into a Bro Diallo show, you're getting critical analysis. You're getting historical analysis. You're getting historical context. What's that little lint in my hair? So then the motherfucker gonna come and be like, well, what do you do? And I used to really, when someone asked that question of me when I was younger, I'd run out and fucking run down my whole resume for some random motherfucker. Oh, this is the work I'm doing. These are the businesses and cooperatives. This is the work I'm doing for the youth and rites of passage. This is the work I'm doing. And just run down my whole fucking resume to prove that I'm worthy to be listened to. But now, at this age, fuck you. If you can't appreciate historical radical analysis, if you can't appreciate my scholarship, if you can't appreciate a Pan-African perspective on the issues that plague our people, fuck the fuck out of you. Fuck you. All right? Don't ask me what the fuck I'm doing. In fact, you'll get the fuck blocked. And another thing, you know, I have just posted this. This whole strong mind, I've been following, researching, working with scholars all my fucking life. I've had the opportunity, I would say the blessing, but that would be a contradiction because I'm so anti-religion. But it's been a blessing, I'll say it, drenched in blood. That's what a blessing is. I don't know how that's a good thing. But I've had the wonderful opportunity to learn from, to be mentored by Dale Jones, Professor William Mackey. I had the opportunity, even though I didn't know him personally, to go to live lectures by Professor William, not Mackey, but Dr. Ben, Steve Coakley. And in some of those lectures, those brothers would be out there giving their time and their great intellect. And these are brothers who could have played the market or been everything, went and sold their labor to the highest bidder and lived good lives. Chancellor Williams, who used his own personal wealth to fucking research a book, travel the world to bring us knowledge that we can share for generations. And I go to these white lectures and these black lectures, and it be motherfuckers in the audience telling Dr. Clark, you doing all this talking, but what do you do? What work do you do? Scholars. What work do you do, Dr. Clark? Some dude got up in Dr. Clark's face, you talk all this stuff about Egypt, why don't you go build a pyramid? And I've also, it ain't just black, I've gone to see Tom Tomorrow, these obscure, quirky white philosophers. Went just last year, my wife and I went to see a lecture of Michael Parenti. talking about ecology and the conflict spread by global warming. I've gone to see so many white lectures. I've gotten my graduate degree. I've sat before so many white philosophers, white scholars, white thinkers, white talkers. And I've never once heard one of those white men have to deal with the questions, aside doing from all this intellectual work, what are you doing? It's only black scholars, black thinkers, black commentators, black people who give analysis that black men have to say, well, I'm also out here laboring. I'm also digging in the trenches. That's some slave shit. And I notice it. It ain't just when I'm on my radio show talking and people are like, besides talking, what are you doing? When I'm out in the garden, when I'm at the HF garden out growing organic food for my people, and people come up there, see me toiling in 90-degree weather, and give me the right on, brother, because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's all I'm good for. Strong body, weak mind. If you ain't chasing balls or doing some toil, as if black people weren't the men who started philosophy. You know, I just was invited to speak to the Black Engineers conference in Detroit. They didn't want to pay my way. They didn't want to give me no housing because it ain't worth it. And I'm like, I'm not going. And then every time, I swear to you, I have to turn down invitations from white folks. I have to turn down white people who want me to come speak at their little gatherings, their institutions. I'm like, man, I can't be all up in that white shit. Just don't want to go. But my own people are like, well, you know, they don't appreciate. Listen, if you don't want to hear what the fuck I got to say, or if you think what I got to say ain't valid unless I'm out doing some labor, some toil, I ain't got to prove shit. What, you ask me what the fuck I'm doing what the fuck you watch me do. And if that's not good enough, get the fuck on. Fuck you. What the fuck? What am I doing? I just did a 2-hour radio broadcast. That's what the fuck I'm doing. What? So I'm done. The only people that have a legitimate right to inquire about my actions are people who are aligned with me, working with me, building with me. Those are the only people I answer to, my direct, immediate cooperators and allies. Don't nobody ask me what the fuck I'm doing. So I will block your ass. If you don't appreciate intellectualism, scholarship, then get the fuck on. Go the fuck on. What the fuck? You see what I'm doing right here and right now. Don't worry about what I did before or what I intend to do afterwards. If that's not of value to you, move the blood clot on. Move on. What is that? What is that? So I dare you to ask me about it. That's some menticidal shit. That's some menticidal shit. And like I said, I've been to lectures. It ain't just me. I don't even have a right to complain because y'all did this shit to Dr. Clark. Well, you do all this research on Egypt. Why didn't you build the pyramid? Even Dr. Clark was like, excuse me? Dr. Bean, you do all this talking. What work you do? And not knowing these guys toting pistols, fighting with the Klan. You don't know what the fuck they did. Why don't I appreciate what you're getting in the moment? And if you have no value for talk, you have no value for intellectualizing, you have no value for analysis, you have no value for philosophy, that's your right. But don't come into forums where people are talking, philosophizing, analyzing, intellectualizing shit, and then complain. Carry your ass. But anyway, shit pissed me off, man. It's just annoying. Don't ask me about what the fuck I'm doing. None of your motherfucking business what the fuck I'm doing. If you're not a part of the work that I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, I know Johnny, Chuck, I know a lot of people watching this like, you talking about the work you doing. I know I'm behind on a lot of shit. I got a lot of work that I need to do. I can't even keep up with the fucking work I got to do, let alone fucking lay out my fucking revolutionary resume. Motherfucker. And another thing is, the shit I do is public. I ain't underground. I've never been underground. I don't intend to go underground. So all my work that I fucking do, and this motherfucker that said, what are you doing? Claims he been following me for 5 years, and you ain't seen the co-ops I built, you ain't seen the land I cultivated, you ain't seen the young people I brought into the movement. You didn't just see me work on a fucking mayoral campaign, write up a fucking governing platform for Black Chicago, and try to stop the election of a prosecutor A pro-police, subversive, anti-black prosecutor to the mayor, and all the hundreds of man-hours I put into trying to fucking politically transform, economically, and ecologically transform Chicago? Fuck you. Don't worry about the fuck I'm doing. What the fuck? What the fuck? Anyway, I'm abusing the word. I'm cursing too much because I have to do this FCC stuff. So, carry your ass. Let me relax, man. Shoot. Anyway, if you're interested in doing some work, I will be at the HF Garden this afternoon, probably 2 to sundown. So 2 o'clock to maybe 6, I'll be at the HF Garden. I didn't make an announcement because I didn't want people out in case the weather turned on me. But Saturday, we'll put in a full work day. We still got about, 20 bins to plant. And I want to do that pumpkin grove thing, and we got some trees to fertilize and prune. So there's some manual, if you're into that manual labor shit, if you ain't about all that talking, I got enough manual grunt labor for your ass to do. Come out and join me. Go to Ecologic on Facebook. Go join the Ecologic page and you'll get a schedule. And Saturday we'll be out there for a full day's work at 1 o'clock. Sunday, again, we're going to have storms. So if we can get those beds planted today and tomorrow, we don't have to water for some times because of the colder temperature and the rain, periodic rain. So we won't have to start watering until later in the season. So anyway, if you're into grunt, if you want some dirty fingernails and a black neck from the sunlight, come on out. There is manual labor. But don't inquire about what the fuck I'm doing if you're not a part of what I'm doing. If you're not asking for an update on the work because you're a part of the work, appreciate what the fuck you get, which is radical, independent, revolutionary analysis. Anyway, I didn't mean to sully this celebratory post. Thank you for everyone that helped me reach 1,000 followers. You know, the work continues, the struggle continues, and we're going to keep having menticidal, anti-intellectual. They don't think a black man is valid unless a black man is doing manual grunt labor. They think a black man using his mind and expressing his intellect, a black man doing art, a black man doing analysis, a black man engaging in philosophy, a black man doing social, political, economic critique and analysis ain't valuable. That ain't work. That ain't what you do. Man, get the fuck out of here. We are evolved Africans here. We know Africans started the biggest libraries on the planet, the largest and the first and the biggest universities, the greatest intellectual culture, the greatest intellectual legacy. Go holler at Chris Marshall at Chronicles of Negritude right here on YouTube, and he'll tell you all these black books written by Carlos Cooks, written by Chinwezu, are available on Google and Amazon for thousands of dollars. I got books on my bookshelf right now that I paid $12 for 30, 20 years ago that are now $800, $900, $1,000 online. But we don't respect our own intellectual legacy, and we got white people treating our intellect and our scholars and our ancient texts and our modern analysis. They treat it like a commodity to be bought, sold, and traded for profit, while we're talking about what work do you do? How many bushels have you husked? How many bales of cotton have you picked? I'm not degrading manual labor. I've been a worker and a laborer all my life. I got my first fucking job at 14 years old at Rowley Burgers on Troost in Kansas City, Missouri, cooking, standing over burgers. I've done manual labor all my fucking life, but I've also done intellectual work and intellectual cultivation all my life, and I'm not going to let anybody devalue or question me on any of it. I'm sorry. You can't question me. You can't challenge me. When we out in the work, doing work in the field, if you think I'm not cultivating, I'm not doing my compost right, if you think I'm wrong, by all means, come to me and be like, brother, this is a better way to do this. If you think my analysis is wrong, by all means, come and say, listen, here's a proper critique. Here's where you're wrong. Here's a point of contingency. But don't just fucking criticize me because I'm doing intellectual work and you don't see me. You know, my hands are calloused. I ain't got nothing to fucking, I've been working all my fucking life. But I'm not answerable to no anti-intellectual, brain-dead fucking assholes on the internet. Anyway, enjoy your day. This is it. I won't bother y'all for the rest of the day. I just appreciate y'all. They didn't kick me off of YouTube. Now I'm back on YouTube till they kick me off again. They gonna tell, I'm sure in a couple of months they gonna make me have 10,000 followers to go live. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, peace, y'all. And enjoy your weekends. Again, go to Ecologic Outreach if you are interested in coming out and doing some manual labor. The dude that asked me what I'm doing. Motherfucker, go to Ecologic. Come on out to Hell's Franciscan tomorrow. I'll put a rake and a shovel and a hoe in your hand, since that's what you want. And don't say a fucking another word to me, since you ain't with all that